More than 2,000 Ukrainians have fled to Japan since Russia invaded Ukraine a year ago. With the end of war nowhere in sight, Ukrainians who found refuge here face various challenges. Joining us to talk about this is Okado Nagako. She is a member of the executive committee of Japan YMCA, which is providing support for Ukrainian refugees. Ms. Okado, why have these Ukrainians come to Japan?
Most have friends or relatives here. 80% of them are women. Many came soon after the war started. They get financial support for housing and living expenses from the government and NPOs like Japan YMCA. They can also take Japanese language lessons for free. A quarter of them have found jobs like store clerks and cooks.
Okay, so it sounds like some are settling in okay.
To some extent they have, but mental support is more and more important the longer they stay in Japan. That's mainly due to the language barrier and cultural differences. Japan YMCA and the Tokyo Metropolitan Government are providing so-called watch-over services that offer customized support for the roughly 600 Ukrainians now living in Tokyo. We visit their homes, especially those where there are women and children, and try to get them to open up and share their feelings.
What have you found out through this watch-over project?
Many refugees express guilt syndrome. They feel guilty about being away from their home country. Young mothers are under pressure because they are raising their children alone, but they try not to show those negative feelings to their husbands in Ukraine. Some suffer insomnia or fatigue. Small children go into regression, wet their beds or lock themselves in their room. And teenagers are stressed partly because they don't get enough time to sleep or play. They go to local schools during the day and take online classes from Ukraine at night.
Wow, that's a lot of work. What's your organization doing to help the refugees?
One survey shows that 2/3 of them hope to stay in Japan for a long period of time. We know that some of them have license to work as nurses, accountants, IT engineers, or lawyers in Ukraine. Japan YMCA wants to help them find suitable jobs and pursue new lifestyles. The Japanese government, volunteers, and grassroots local communities are working together well in providing them with the support they need. Japan YMCA hopes more Japanese people will become involved in making sure Ukraine evacuees can live in Japan peacefully and positively.
Thank you so much for your time, Ms. Okado.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
That was Okado Nagako from Japan YMCA. This is Asian View from NHK World Japan.